There's an arms race going on, and it's an arms race between advertisers and consumers, right? It's this push and pull that's happening. You guys are in the middle of it, both being people who are involved in advertising and also people who receive advertising, if you will. And so what I'd like to talk about are some of the big future forces that are transforming media that are most likely to impact our business over the next 5 to 10 years. I think the most important thing about the future of marketing is about authenticity. So we spend so much time in virtual experiences ranging from playing video games to instant message and email, that people have this desire for visceral, authentic, real experiences. And so when marketers can provide those kinds of experiences in open, transparent, and honest ways, I think that's when you can really start to see engagement and a conversation with the people that these marketers want to connect with. Many of you have probably heard of neuromarketing, right? About 10 years ago, maybe 6 or 7 years ago, it got a lot of hype. The idea was that you could put somebody in an MRI machine and scan their brain as they were watching a commercial and see what parts of their brain lit up, and then you could design a better commercial. And there was a lot of controversy when this got out. People are talking about the battle for the mind and subliminal advertising and all these kinds of things. And the reality was a lot of that was hype, right? It's not as easy. Our brain is very complex. We've barely scratched the surface at our understanding of it, and it's a lot more complex than seeing, oh, well, this picture of this person causes the brain that's receptive to sexual imagery to light up, and so that's why we should insert that into this ad. It doesn't work like that. But now that the hype has calmed down, people are actually doing real research around neuromarketing. I think that the concerns that people have around neuromarketing are valid. In the sense that whether the technology works in the way that people think it does or not, the concern is that marketers are looking for sort of secret ways to try to target you and convince you to do something you don't want to do. And sometimes that may be true. Most of the time, though these kinds of technologies don't actually work that way. So I'm interested in neuroscience and psychology and things like that to help people better understand what it is that they actually want and what it is that will make them happy. And I think by doing that and understanding that, marketers have a much better opportunity than trying to battle for mind share, literally. The amount of data that's stored on our PCs is increasing tremendously. I'm going to read this. I think it's interesting to note. This is a study from 2002, which of course was before the rise of blogs, way before Twitter and Facebook. A study from UC Berkeley School of Information that said the amount of new information stored on paper, film, magnetic, optical media doubled in 3 years. Print, film, magnetic, and optical storage media produced 5 exabytes of new information in 2002. So this is 1 year, and that's the equivalent of 37,000 Libraries of Congress. The only filter that I use when deciding whether to post something or not is if it's interesting to me at that moment. And my interests, vary not just from day to day, but from minute to minute. I'm interested in robotics. I'm interested in neuroscience. I'm interested in art and fringe culture. So my eyes and mind are always open to almost anything that can give me that sense of wonder about the world, and that spurs me to post about something.